Think back to the very first console you ever owned. Maybe it was that chunky gray PlayStation, or maybe it was an Xbox that sounded like a jet engine booting up at 2 a.m. Now imagine if that console, the thing you saved all summer for, just vanished. And every single game you owned vanished with it. Consoles used to be the reason why we camped out in the freezing cold late at night. And there's one thing that those nights gave us that cloud gaming will never give us. We'll get to that. But here's the wild part. What if your next console doesn't even exist? Now today, your console is basically a mini PC hiding away under your TV. PS5, Xbox One, we got 4K gaming at 60 frames per second. Then you add in ray tracing, near instant reloads, and incredible power. But here is the real kicker. All that power is for games that we don't even own anymore. Back then, we lined up at GameStop at 9 a.m. Back then, we lined up at GameStop at 9 p.m. Now, almost 90% of all game sales are digital. We go and download 100 gigs, and then we pray for a patch on day one, just so the game isn't broken. I mean, owning games used to feel like a collectible, like books or vinyl records. But now it kind of feels like you're paying rent for a song you might lose. Games are so big now. Your PS5 runs out of space before you've even finished downloading Warzone. Storage upgrades are the new midnight lines. Half of my PS5 is literally just Call of Duty and some regret. But I remember saving lunch money for weeks and weeks just to get Halo 2 with the dual wield on disc, but now it's just another file on my SSD. I mean, seriously, when was the last time you guys owned a game that you could hold in your hands? Drop it below. You guys still have the box. But now comes the bigger shift. Game Pass and PS Plus Premium. We don't buy games anymore. We rent entire libraries for a small monthly fee. But what happens when your favorite games vanish overnight? You don't own it. You only borrowed it, and it's gone when the license is up. Try streaming a 50-hour RPG game on your phone, maybe on the bus or at the airport or in a coffee shop with xCloud and PS Now. The dream is no console, no download, and no disc. Just boot it up and start playing. Companies are not stopping there. They want to make that shiny PS5 look ancient. Microsoft is this close to dropping the Xbox stick. Imagine a Roku, but instead of booting up Netflix, you're booting up Halo Infinite. And if you don't believe me, Samsung TVs are already shipping with the Xbox app pre-installed. No console, just sync a controller and you are gaming within minutes. But Sony isn't sleeping either. PlayStation Portal streams your PS5 anywhere in the house. And meanwhile, handheld PCs are booming. The Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally, the new Xbox handheld, they all turn your AAA games into a portable console. Handheld gaming is exploding. Part Switch, part gaming laptop, part living room machine, and then there's your phone. Add a little backbone or a Razer, and boom, you're streaming Xbox Cloud on your lunch break or even at the line in the DMV. And I think we all agree we hate the DMV. But mobile gaming is already earning more than all consoles and PCs combined. It's not just Candy Crush anymore, it's Warzone in your pocket. And AI is about to turbocharge that with quests that are written by themselves and never end, or worlds that just continuously expand forever and ever. Games that completely live online, updating endlessly. No more discs, no more updates, no more versions to buy. But with all this future talk, we gotta ask, what do we give up if the box under our TV goes extinct? First up, physical games. They are gone. No more discs to lend out to a friend. No more trade-ins to get a few bucks and put towards your new game. I mean, retro games like Pokemon Red, sealed NES cartridges are literally worth thousands today. But try going collecting a digital license. Yeah, good luck flexing your Steam library on a shelf. And it's not just the nostalgia. Digital can vanish overnight. I mean, does anyone remember the Wii Shop? All those games gone when Nintendo flipped the switch. And the same story goes to the PS3 and the PSP. Sony tried to shut those down as well. It was only until people actually stood up and shouted when they listened and they decided to let it run. I mean, do you have an old PS1 with those games and the cases? If you wanted to, you could plug it in and boot it up and start playing. But imagine 10, 20 years from now. I mean, will your cloud license work the same? Will that Xbox stick even connect to a TV? Will we have TVs? I don't know. But gaming used to be simple. Couch co-op, discs that worked forever. And now it's subscriptions, DRM, and licensing. All that junk and crap that we hated about movies. It has come to gaming too. And what about your kids one day? They might never find your old games in a dusty box in the attic because there won't be any. And when the servers go down, your entire library goes with them, whether you want them to or you're ready or not. And that hype, those freezing midnight lines outside of GameStop with your family or friends. I know you still remember that today and you own it. But the cloud? Good luck camping overnight for a server boot up. So here's where we are now. From blowing dust out of old cartridges to streaming entire game libraries. There are no more shelves, there are no more scratches on your disc, and we all knew the trick with the discs. It was toothpaste. I mean, come on. But there's also no more waiting at the store for them to restock. And lastly, there's really no more true ownership. There's no passing games down to our kids, just a plug and a password and a hope that they don't shut it off one day. Is it the future that we want? Is this really a win for gamers? Or are we giving up more than we're getting back? I read every single comment, so tell me, would you ditch the console under the TV for a shiny stick you plug in? Or do you want that box to be under the TV forever? Drop your take below and tell me. I might even shout out the best ones in the next video. But I'm WalkerBeatz. Hit that like button if you remember waiting in line or playing split screen, and stick around because we've got more videos coming. You don't want to miss it. Peace.